Sooner, everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing great. My name's Harry James. Well, I think that we can all say that our old buddy Jim Ross, his old buddy, who I hope, and from what I understand, is getting better, by the way, Ric Flair said it best. Woohoo! 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 How about that win over Ohio State, people? Woohoo! Well, that's the good thing. The bad thing is we have to put that game in the back rear view mirror because now we have to face an option team that is very hard to prepare for. An option team, by the way, that has a quarterback that knows his way around Owen Field. In fact, Jonathan Banks started at a D1 school before Tulane. And by the way, we want to know where that school was. And by the way, if you haven't figured it out yet, it is a Big 12 school that he played at. Which one? Find out next. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. As we said, the D1 quarterback, Jonathan Banks, the option quarterback from Tulane, knows his way around Owen Field. Hasn't been around it since it's been renovated, but he was around it beforehand because he played at Kansas State before coming in to Tulane. This was Tulane's first visit into Owen Field this year. So there's no former meeting between the two teams. So we can't go into the history of the series because there is no history to the series. So the game will be played on the 16th of September. The game will be on pay-per-view at 5 o'clock on, so check your local AT&T Dish connections for that. 5 o'clock for the pay-per-view game. The pay-per-view analysts are Brandon Burke, play-by-play. David Anderson will do the color analyst. And Christian Steichel will do the sidelines. Steichel did the sidelines last year for the pay-per-view game for the Sooners. Or you can listen to the Sooner Radio Network, and you don't have to pay the whatever you have to pay to watch it. You can listen to it. That includes our old buddy, my good buddy, Toby Rowland, play-by-play, color analyst, Merv Johnson. The sidelines will be covered fully and completely by my good buddy, Chris Plank from Sports Talk 1400. Also from Sports Spot 1400, the former linebacker, Teddy Lehman, and the former linebacker from the franchise, 107.7 and 107.9 in Tulsa, Rufus Alexander. The football remotes for game day, pretty involved, if you will, and pretty fan-oriented on Campus Corner. And that includes a kind of a second TV broadcast, brought to you by Luis, and that would be the Coach's Cabana, right there on Campus Corner, at the one in Norman, on Campus Corner. The host of that is Mark Rogers, who's a WWLS radio host, as well as Barry Switzer, good old coach, and Thomas Lott, the former OU quarterback. There's also an official OU tailgate party across the street from the McCaslin Fieldhouse. Sooner Fan Fest goes on there. Lots of fun stuff around there. But if you're more of the campus corner kind of person, that's okay too. Sports Talk 1400 is out there at Balfour. WWLS is out there at the at Connell's there in Norman on Campus Corner. And at the corner of White and Asp is the franchise 1077. It's basically at the Hertz Donuts parking lot. In their parking lot, tons and tons of fun there. So that's the pregame. What about the game itself? The teams. Well, this is how they look. Oklahoma comes in scoring 43.5 points per ball game. 43.50 points per ball game. And yards per game is at 583 yards per game. Defensively, allowing only 11.5 points per ball game to Ohio State and University of Texas El Paso, and the two teams only average about 285 or 58.5 yards per game in two games. The team that we are talking about, the Oklahoma Sooners, has Lincoln Riley in his first year. The Lincoln Riley is in his first year at Oklahoma, was a quarterback for Texas Tech in 2002, and then in 2003 to 2005, he was a student assistant with Mike Leach at Texas Tech. Lincoln is in his first season at Oklahoma, so he has an 0-0 record, but he doesn't take over a bad team. In fact, last year the team went 11-2, 9-0 in conference play, winning the Big 12 with that record. The bowl history, Lincoln Riley doesn't have a bowl history. He's 0-0 in that it's his first ever job in such capacity. Division titles in the 2000 in the decade, a couple of them: 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2010. Those are all Big 12 South Division titles. But what about the bling? Nobody cares about that. They want the ring with the bling bling. Well, that's in 2000, 2002, 2004, 06, 07, 08, 2010, 2012, and then the last two in 2015 and again in 2016. That's for the University of Oklahoma. Now for the University of Tulane. Tulane scored 32 points per ball game, averaging the last two games. That's dead even at 32 points a game. Yards per game is at 371.50 yards per game. That's offense. Defense, 18.50 points allowed per ball game. And yards allowed per ball game is right at 275. 275.0. The team of Tulane is coached by Willie Fritz from Pittsburgh State. Now, unlike Lincoln Riley, Willie Fritz had to work his way around college football. In fact, he's been at 5 other universities, not only D1. He's been at some D2 and some other ways around it. 5 of them, though, to counteract it, that include Central Michigan, Sam Houston State, and then the D1 schools include a Georgia Southern appearance, and now at Tulane. In the 4 schools, he has a 159-78 record. That is a 6.70 winning clip. Last year at Tulane was 4-8, 1-7 in the American Conference play. Bowl appearances, 1-0 at Georgia Southern for Willie Fritz. Was 0-1 at the NCAA T2 playoffs did have, though, a 7-3 record in the D1 or actually the 0-1-0-0 was in Division 2 playoffs. Division 1 playoffs did have a 7-3 record. That is 70%. Division titles and conference titles, Tulane doesn't have any of that. They don't have any history of that in their school, so they're going to try to bounce back now. Should be fun. Should be a great environment. First game back after beating Ohio State. Expecting a lot of people to be out there. I'm not sure, since it's their first game coming back from Ohio State, if there are any tickets available. But if there are, you can go to Soonersports.com and check into that. Soonersports.com. Just go to Soonersports.com, click tickets. It'll take you right to where you need it to be. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been fun. Good win for the Sooners, by the way, last time out against Ohio State. Let's try to do it again. Thanks for watching. You can find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at Sooner_fan_OK. Thanks for watching, everybody, and Boomer Sooner.